if we know two angles and I want a third angle, what do I use? No. No. I have two angles and I want to know the third angle.
Sine.
Don't use trig.
Sine 80 degrees.
You minus them from 180 degrees. Good. Okay, if you have a right angle triangle, ding, 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 and you want to find...
Someone to give you a card. Do you have a card for that?
No. You have a side and an angle, and you want to find another side. What do you use? Trig. If you have a right angle triangle and you have two sides and you want the third side, Pythag. If you have a non-right angle triangle, you have two sides and you want to know an angle, you either use sine or cosine, depending on where it's positioned. And I'll show you what I mean. On triangles that are not right angled. So is it right angled? No. So we're going to have to use sine or cosine. Okay? So let's look at the situation. So we have an angle opposite a side. Yeah? And we have an angle opposite another side. This tells us to use the sine rule. Okay? So the sine rule looks like this. So the capital letters are what?
The degree.
The degrees, and the little letters are the sides, okay, or the length of the side. All right? So we pick one of them, substitute it in. So let's say 95 is the A. What is the little a going to represent if 95 is the big A?
21.
21. So it's the one opposite that. So the big A, little a, the one opposite big A, little a. Does that make sense? So this is big A, this is little a. So we've written down what we know. We are now substituting sine 95 degrees divided by 21. So this is the big B, so you substitute that in. Probably better off starting with that one instead. So if you want an unknown side, start with the sides on the top, is my suggestion. So how do we get P by itself now? Multiply both sides by sine 32. We have P divided by sine 32. So the opposite of divide, multiply.
Oh, yeah.
So now that's going to get rid of those. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And P, so you just put all of that into your calculator and you'll get the answer to P. So get out your... It's not a special triangle. So any questions? The opposite of sine, guys, does anyone remember? Sine -1. So you do sine -1 on both sides. So hopefully you wrote the rule with the angle on the top,
Oh, yeah.
because we're finding an unknown angle.
I already swapped the road.
We're substituting in. Opposite of m is 8. We then multiply both sides by 8 to get rid of the 8 because we want to isolate the m. Does that make sense? Multiply by 8. And then to get rid of the sine, we do sine -1 on both sides. And that gets rid of the m Two angles. This one has 3 sides, so that means we're using the cosine rule. So you start by writing the cosine rule. It kind of looks like Pythagoras, but with an extra bit. There's the C. C is opposite the angle that we want. So 16. So 16 squared minus 9 squared minus 19 squared. And then how do we get cos to the other side?
Divided.
Opposite of cos is cos negative 1. Okay? So the answer previously, this is what? The A is 0.05 degrees.